it's Front Row Phyllis coming to you live from Joe's in Chicago, and I am actually backstage. Let me make sure I get this right. Rolling Stone said that he is one of the top 10 country artists you need to know, and I'm talking about Chris Lane. Hey, Chris, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Great to have you here in Chicago.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited. You know, I've played Joe's several times before, but it's always good to come back. This is one of my favorite rooms to play.
Yeah, and
Sure
I
is.
heard last night was a sellout, right?
Yeah, last night was a sold-out crowd. Tonight's a sold-out crowd, so it's going to be a good night.
So if you're not here, you missed out on this one. You got to wait till he comes back.
You did. You missed it.
Right?
They did.
Well, we'll have some coverage of the show, so they'll get a chance to see it as well.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah. So I want to jump into your style of music. We talked about this a little bit when we were off camera, but I love your style of music. You know, I consider it, there's a little bit of pop with a little bit of country. You kind of put it together, and then it's a nice little edgy crossover. When you put that together, did you intend on doing that? How did that all come about?
Yeah, well, it was one of those things. You know, I grew up listening and loving music that made me want to move and dance. You know, just driving around in the car. That's the kind of music that I loved. So, you know, when I got signed and I moved to Nashville and I started working on this record, that's the kind of music that I wanted to make. And with Fix, you know, it's one of those songs that instantly made me want to move and made me want to dance, and I just love everything about that song.
Right, exactly. Well, let's talk about Fix. Okay, so Fix is not only climbing the charts, but is played nationally, I mean, like all over and all the time now. And how does that feel?
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, I was out on an 18, 19-week radio tour, so the fact that it's doing well now and hopefully will continue to climb feels real good because I put in a lot of hard work for that.
Right.
I'm just very excited about it all.
Right, I know. You know what? People don't get a chance to see that, the time you spend writing and the time you spend in the studio, and then you hope that the stars line up.
Yeah.
And that everybody wants to hear it and the radio stations want to play it, and it works out, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of hard work, a lot of time that goes into it. I know it's easy to go unseen behind the scenes, but that's definitely the truth. There's no doubt.
Right, exactly. So besides music, because I know that there are a few things outside of music that everyone likes to do, what are some of the things that you like to do?
I'm obsessed with golf.
Really?
Anytime I get a chance to go play golf, I play golf.
Okay.
That is my thing. I grew up playing sports though, football and baseball. So I love football and baseball. Football being like a true love of mine. I'm a huge Carolina Panthers fan.
Oh,
I am.
okay.
And we had a good year this year, so I've had a lot to cheer about.
Exactly. You are having a good year this year. So how's the basketball team going to do? Because I'm a big North Carolina fan myself.
Are you? I'm
am.
a Tar Heels fan
Oh,
myself.
see, don't tell my son. He's, 15 years old and he's a Duke fan.
Oh,
I
no.
know.
I'll try not to hold that against him, but it's going to be hard.
It's going to be really tough, but it's going to be a good year for, I think, all the baseball and basketball teams, right?
Yeah.
And football teams.
Yeah, the Carolina football team did great this year as well. So.
Yep. So I think that's a good thing. So here's my last question, which is kind of a fun question. If you were a groupie, it's actually my trademark question as well, okay? So if you were a groupie for any artist or any band in any genre, who would it be for?
I'm going to have to say Keith Urban.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I like that one.
You know, earlier on, before I started playing music, I was a huge Keith Urban fan. Like, he's the sole reason I even wanted to learn how to play the guitar. But I'd been to, probably 5 to 10 Keith Urban concerts, and I was just like, gosh, this guy's so good, the way he entertains and just how he handles himself on stage and just his charisma and stuff. I loved everything about that, and that inspired me to want to get into music. So
Really?
I guess I'd have to say him.
Keith Urban. I
Yeah.
love that. That's fabulous. Well, Chris, thank you so much. And we are so excited for tonight's second show here at Joe's. And like I said, I am backstage at Joe's in Chicago. And this has been Front Row Phyllis.